Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another Master League Scout Report, and today we've got a very interesting player, an attacking midfielder that many of you may not have heard of. He goes by the name of Amine Harit, and he's pretty decent. He's a decent young midfielder from France, and he was recently signed to Schalke from Nantes. That is Nantes, not to be confused with Nantes. Yeah, he starts off 20 years of age in the game, and depending on when you started your Master League, whether you update the squads or not, he'll either be playing for FC Nantes or he'll be playing for Schalke. Now, his build is pretty decent. He's relatively quick, he's good on the ball, and he's a pretty decent dribbler with some decent passing stats, and that is pretty much what you get from him. He's your kind of archetypal decent number 10. He's a good dribbler, good passer, and a decent turn of pace on him, and not a whole lot in the physical department. However, he is incredibly skillful, both in real life and on the game, and that is replicated quite faithfully in PES 2018 with a whole host of playing skills. Scissors, feint, Marseille turn, sombrero, cut behind and turn, Scotch move, outside curler, and Rabona. His primary position is attacking midfield, but he can also play in a more withdrawn central midfield role, as well as a more advanced support striker, left midfield, right midfield, and left wing role. Right, that's the intro and the admin stuff all out of the way. Let's go and see what Harit is looking like 1 year into the game. Right then, so after 1 year, Amine Harit is boosted up to a 79 overall rated attacking midfielder. That is a +1 on his overall. Let's have a look at how that reflects into his stats. Right, so we've got some pretty good improvement all across the board really. His attacking prowess has gone up by 2 to 74. His ball control and dribbling both increased by 1 each, as has his low pass and lofted pass. So his core attributes for an attacking midfielder are all on the rise there, and no real complaints to be had there at all. His overall speed's also gone up by 1, and his strength on the ball has gone up by 2. We're also getting +2 improvements in his set pieces and his swerve attributes as well, which may make him into a decent free kick taker in the long run. His stamina has also gone up to 81, up from 79 at base. So at the age of 21, he's looking like a pretty decent midfielder and would start for most mid-level teams. And now we have skipped forward to the 2-year point in the game, and Amine Harit has absolutely rocketed to an 83 overall, up from 79 last year. What on earth has happened here? Let's have a look. Right, and so in terms of his stats, there's not a massive overhaul in individual attributes as you would expect with such a big jump, but because of the way that he is built, the way that he develops, all his development is in exactly the right place. So it's all in those top 5 stats there: the attacking prowess, ball control, dribbling, low pass, and lofted pass, which are obviously the key areas that you want to build an attacking midfielder on. And then he's obviously got the speed, explosive power, and strength on the ball to complement that. And now that his strength on the ball is up at an 88 and his explosive power is at an 86, that's really starting to underpin the rest of the ability that he has, and making him a real force to be reckoned with. Amine Harit is really starting to look like a phenomenal young player. Bearing in mind he's only 22 years of age at this point, and he's got dribbling and ball control stats of 86 and 84 respectively. That is not to be sniffed at whatsoever. Right then, let's skip forward to the 5-year mark and see if this incredible development can continue. Here we are 5 years into the game. At the age of 25, Amine Harit has reached an 88 overall as an attacking midfielder. That is absolutely phenomenal. Let's have a look at where his stats are. Oh, that is ridiculous. Okay, so we're looking at speed of 88, explosive power of 91, strength on the ball of 94. His attacking prowess is gone up to 81, bearing in mind that started off at 72 with his base build. That's gone up by 9 points overall. His ball control is up to 88, his dribbling is up to 91. We're talking, you know, Neymar levels there. His low pass and his lofted pass both in the 80s as well, and his finishing has gone up to 75, which is not bad for a midfielder at all. Place kicking and swerve has also gone up 76 and 83 respectively, and his stamina is now at an 86. So at the age of 25, we're looking at him getting either at his peak or very, very close, and we've got to put him in that world-class category easily. We're talking, you know, in the top 5% of midfielders in the game at this point. Right then, let's get into the nitty-gritty of how we can develop Amine Harit even further. Right, so it's worth noting that Amine Harit comes with the playing style of the whole player, and that is from the jump, and that plays into our development absolutely perfectly. You always want to put a playing style on a player that you're trying to really get the best out of in terms of long-term development, and Amine Harit has got the perfect one for him, so we don't need to change that at all. This is going to be a very, very easy player to develop, as you're going to see. In terms of player skills, there's not really a whole lot that is missing from that list there. They're primarily dribbling skills there that he's got, which, you know, are designed to allow him to get in and out of tight spaces very quickly, get in behind defenders, that sort of thing. The only thing that I would suggest that might improve him a little bit is having the weighted pass skill there. It'll just help him get a few more assists when he's clipping the ball over the back line to a pacey centre forward, perhaps. And if we look at his development sheet, we see that his progress continues up until about the age of 24. So a year before the point that we're at now, he pretty much hits that 88 mark and starts to plateau. Now, there may well be another hike in development after that, but it does seem like this is starting to hit his plateau point. So when he does get to the age of about 24, or when he starts hitting, you know, the 87, 88 mark overall, then you can start looking at, you know, focused development. And I always suggest putting all his focus on his shooting. He's already got the passing stats, he's already got the dribbling stats, he's got the attacking prowess, he's got the pace, he's very, very good on the ball. And I think the only thing lacking from making him an absolutely unstoppable attacking player is that finishing. Sorry about that. Is that finishing ability. It's currently at 75, which is not bad at all, but that can be improved, and I reckon you could quite easily get that into the low 80s as well. And by using the focused shooting training, you'll work on his finishing, his place kicking will improve as well, as will his swerve. And I do believe we'll also get a boost to his kicking power, which will just make him a bit more of a beast from set pieces in general. And in terms of positions, I would probably look to push him into that kind of SS role as early as possible, really. Of course, the way to do that is just to simply give him games in that role. If you do want to kind of tweak the system a little bit, play a fluid formation where at kickoff he's set as an SS, and then when you've got in possession or out of possession, depending on how you want to play, drop him back to an advanced midfielder if you're worried about him not being cut out for that area of the pitch just yet. But I feel like genuinely, if you can improve his shooting ability and get him playing in that SS role, he will be an absolutely phenomenal attacking player and a nightmare for any defence to deal with. Right then, that's it for this Master League Scout report. Thank you all for watching. If you found this at all helpful, please give it a thumbs up, it really does help. And subscribe if you're new around here. There are plenty more of these. You can also check out the playlist at the end of this video with all of the scout reports I've done so far, and obviously all the ones that I will do in the future. And if you've got any suggestions or comments, leave them down below in the comments. I do check them out, and people who do leave suggestions, I add them to the list, and those suggestions will be coming later on in the series. So again, thank you for watching. Take care of yourself. Until next time, peace.